Hi, my name is Luisa Capola, and I have bipolar. I want to basically inform and basically educate people on mental illness. Bipolar is a word that is used very freely in shows like Law and Order, Chicago PD. Oh, he was bipolar, that's why he killed the people, he was off his medication. Not everybody wants to kill somebody that's bipolar. Bipolar is a low mental illness. It's not like schizophrenia. It's not like mentally insane. We are people that are born with it. It usually comes out in our early 20s or during something in trauma. Mine came out after I gave birth to my daughter in 1996. I had postpartum and it was bad. It lasted 6 months. After that I had severe mood swings. I turned to alcohol. I turned to drugs to try to mimic it. At 16 actually, I tried to kill myself. I was bullied at school. I was bullied by my stepmother. She didn't like me. She saw me as a bad seed because I was adopted and my mother was young. And every time I did something, I was bad seed just like my mother. Always putting that in. I was born premature. My birth mother had me and she was addicted to drugs. But she did give me up and I was adopted. I was abused. I was sexually abused by a bus driver, which my stepmother ignored. I finally confronted her after many years, and she admitted everything. But that brought everything down. I no longer have a relationship with my sister because she can't wrap her head around a lot of things. I survived a lot. I went to college. I got my bachelor's. I got a lot of help afterwards. But then I stopped because I was being basically labeled. I actually got to the point where I was with an abusive boyfriend and I wound up in a shelter. I also defended myself and I wound up in jail because I hit my ex-boyfriend with a bat to the head after he threw me down the stairs and beat me up badly. But that was all my bipolar, and that was all that was brought up. I had to fight to make a self-defense. There are millions of people that have mental illness, either PTSD, depression, and they're afraid to come forward because they don't want to be labeled as crazy, this and the other thing. Mental institutions are here to help people, make sure they do take their medication and they get their therapy. But there are a lot of people that don't want these buildings next to their homes. But they don't realize if these people are on the street, it's worse. I see homeless men and women every day, and people pass them like they're pieces of shit. I always give them numbers and I always give them food. People have to realize they could be in that same situation. Out of the millions of people that have a mental illness, only a quarter are diagnosed. And it's sad because the suicide rate is going up. I want to end this stigma. I'm not ashamed. Never let your struggles define your identity. You are not the mental illness. You have the mental illness. You can work at it, and you can actually control it. I'm not ashamed. I'm on medication. I work. I have kids. And whether I'm sad, angry, happy, those are feelings that have nothing to do with mental illness. We are still human beings, and people forget that. So I'm making this YouTube for people to come forward if they need to talk, because I know what you're going through. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to tell you, oh, it'll get better, get over it. No, that's not how you fix things. You need to talk. You need to know that you're not alone, you're not invisible, and you're not different. Walk with your head up straight. I will be also on Twitter. My Twitter name is El Capola 310. You could also tweet and reach me there. To all of those who are struggling, come forward. Do not be ashamed. Get the help you deserve.